No more lies. Seek within. It all falls into place. It all adds up.
For the everlasting forest.
The mystery unravels. Can't hide the truth.
Winged weather bomb! On a rock! By the frostmoon of old.
Seek within. No more lies. Can't hide the truth.
For the everlasting forest.
The mystery unravels. No more lies.
Leave this place. A grave trans... Go, Clock! Forest, protect us.
It all adds up. Can't hide the truth.
Yeah! Winged weather bomb! You're blood! With one heart, we pray.
The deception ends here. It all adds up. Can't hide the truth.
Can't handle your drink. On the rock. Flash attack!
It all adds up. Seek within.
Let the world collide! Strike a pose! Nice and spicy! Teamwork is dreamwork! Let my name echo in song!
Don't get frostbite.
Know my sword! Rain outlines your fate. Let me weave you a...
Dodge this.
Everybody stand back! Huh?
This moment will be frozen in time.
Let's light it up!
Cool it.
Witness the power of Gugwa! I'm going in! Let's light it up!
Freeze. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Now it's your turn.
Everybody stand back!
Paradigm shift!
Coming at ya! Fire! Well, with rocks.
There is no escape!
Coming at ya! A proper send-off! From the Tina with Umbrella Warfare, I guess! Check this out! Best of luck!
All right, here comes another one.
Huh? Huh? Teamwork is dreamwork!
Light of the blazing sun!
I'll make short work of you.
Illusion shattered! Shine down!
Amazing! Action at the flame!
Now you shall perish! There is no escape!
Hey there! Coming at ya! A proper send-off! Torrent, bring refuge! Allow me!
We'll have order. Your skull! Not this time.
Fearless! Into the void! Shine down!
Hold the line! Let's ride! Woohoo! Let's shred, Sharky!
Need a sir? There is no escape!
Allow me! Carving waves! Surf's up! It's been a few days. Still no new. If only he was
Hello! You must be the Mr. Flip.
a wild hunt. Oh, uh-oh. Come on, let's go.
Rise with the sun! I can barely sense any Kuvaki at all. This
Looks like his appetite truly is insatiable.
He's not serious. Everyone's here already.
We've all been on high alert since we split up a few days back, expecting Rerir to but it's like he just vanished into that is, until...
And we're sure that... Who else? He's the only one who could pull off a stunt like this.
Kuvaki loss has reached critical levels. Reikir of Solnari set to maximum threat level. Warning, unless de-escalation measures are taken soon.
There wasn't a shred of sanity.
Yeah, didn't... Oh,
Last time we fought, we were already at a disadvantage.
yeah, unless...
The other thing is, how does some...
Beats me.
According to certain... There are, besides his...
Exact. I'd be willing to bet that even if we gathered together every scrap of intel in Nodcry, we still... So, if we do... Last time we...
Well, somewhere like the...
A perfectly
I agree.
Wait, what?
If I recall...
That's right. Yes.
Splitting up's always gonna be risky. But, and if we do? That's when you follow the third rule of treasure hunting.
Agreed.
All right, we'd better get moving. Come on, Anetha, let's go.
Light it up! Try and stop me! Any leads?
Nope. It feels like we're sitting on a powder keg that could go off at any second. So, you guys didn't find anything? Not loving the word.
I questioned a few, almost as if he knew someone was on to him. Either that...
He's been biting him.
All we can do now is hope that Wait, he's actually here? Hi.
No. Silver Moon Hall! The Lady Kutar might be in danger!
Let's get over there, quick! Why is he attacking the damselette? What's going on?
No time for questions. Stop him!
This is insane.
Yehuda, get Kutar out of here!
On it.
Look where your feeble light has gotten you. Now you shall plunge into darkness. Thalindus, soon I will find a way.
Watch out!
barely made it out of there alive. What's that guy's deal? How'd he get so crazy strong?
He's a threat to this entire nation. I doubt his strength could even be measured by conventional standards.
I have a question. When me and Anetha showed up, we saw him chasing after this lady like he wanted her dead. What was that all about?
We weren't there for the whole thing either. They were already duking it out by the time we arrived.
Yeah, we didn't see how it all started.
Kutar, can you shed any light on the situation?
Kutar. Cross-checking database. I see. So you're the one that the Frost Moon Scions refer to as the...
Wait, she's the moon goddess?
There are many reasons I've never met why he holds
Kutar.
There are many potential It is also possible, but right now...
A counter strategy? We don't stand a chance against an enemy like this. Surely our only option is to run. No.
running is our only option.
Huh?
You seem surprised. But what other choice do we have?
Well,
It's not too late. I can distract him, so you have plenty of time to make your escape. Wait, what? You're gonna act as bait? Doesn't that make sense? I'm the one he's after. There's no need for you to risk your necks on my behalf. A coyote doesn't stop for bypassers while it's howling at the moon. What is it, Llama? The Frost Moon Scions have already grown accustomed to life without their goddess. My presence here is no longer essential, and this is not my home, so you needn't ask me to stay.
we can't just roll over and let him get away with this. That's not our style. Yeah, we can't just call it quits after everything we've been through together. Besides, she'd pretty much saved my life back there. If I just ditched her now, I'd never forgive myself.
We can't overlook that you have saved our lives multiple times now. To talk of returning the favor would be a little crass for my liking. But suffice to say that we are friends, and friends look out for one another.
River's true objective remains unclear. Even if we were to sacrifice Miss Kutar, there's no guarantee he would stop.
But
Kutar, I know why you left the Frost Moon Scions so long ago. It was because people started treating prayer as a form of trade. They would make self-centered wishes, force you to accept meaningless offerings in return, and then expect you to perform miracles for them, as if that were their entitlement. If it were me, I might have walked away too. But I believe that time can change everything, and that sometimes it takes losing something precious to appreciate its true worth. After much reflection, I've realized that this was never about whether the Frost Moon Scions need you. Any relationship based on need is purely transactional. What I truly hope is that you'll choose to stay, not out of obligation, but as part of our family. You were born here, and now you've returned. Who knows? Perhaps it was the moonlight that guided you home.
thank you, Llama. But my power is on the wane. I'm afraid I will be of little use to you now. Very well then. I'll do as you say.
Both times you saved us, we were transported across great distances in an instant. Is that one of your powers as the Moon Goddess?
It is, but I find it very draining. I barely managed to pull it off just now, and it will be some time before I'm strong enough to do so again. Rejected by the world, my power is dwindling. Like a lake, cut off from its source, slowly shrinking away. Now, it has almost run dry.
What do you mean, rejected by the world?
The 3 moons belonged to the ancient bygone era in which they came into being. From the moment I was born, the world itself has been steadily sapping away at my strength. The 3 moons are not one and the same. As the goddess of the frost moon, yet moonlight has a way of blending together. Each can reflect the other's glow. So on our but this method of
It's the Wild Hunt! Even faster than we expected. We'll have to finish this conversation later.
See how those Wild Hunt creatures are running away from us. They're likely just a scouting party, which means Rerir won't be far behind.
Then what are we waiting for? Let's get the heck out of here!
Poor lost land.
By the Frost Ultimatum Protocol.
Beware the creatures.
They just keep coming! This is driving me nuts!
Rerir's closing in on us. We need to pick up the pace.
There's too many of them! And this time, we can't fall back on Katar's house to escape! This goes on much longer.
Observe. Be silent.
With one heart, we pray.
Ultimatum Protocol.
Look! Your rainbow!
By the frost moon hall,
The long sleep beckons. Close your eyes.
Preparing for dust-up. Cleanup sequence initiated.
with one heart, we pray.
Being done! Water bomb!
Annihilation mode.
Beware the creatures of the night. Close your eyes.
By the frost moon hall, leave this place.
Rush attack! Chew on this!
What's the matter? Bit off more than you could chew?
How are you? Uncle Varka! You're back from Amsvartnir? Whoa! You're Varka? Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius?
We could save the intros for later. Right now, let's get you all out of this hellhole. Follow me. I know somewhere you'll be safe.
Oh, is that where I think it is?
That's the one. Come on, move! There's no time to waste.
Wow! Where are we? This is so well hidden.
Well, that goes without saying. AKA, the black market of intel. No matter, as an expeditionary force on... Anyway, where were we? Allow me to introduce myself.
We've heard of... You look way younger than Paimon expected.
Well, I'm no spring chicken. Just not showing... Definitely feeling some of that...
Another? You mean you fought him before?
Yep. He wasn't nearly as strong back then, but he was still a formidable foe. I brought some of the knights along to give him a little surprise, but my squad took heavy injuries and I barely made it out alive myself. We knew it might have been our last chance, so we staked everything on it. But still, it wasn't enough to stop him. I tried tracking him down afterwards, but he didn't leave a trace. Even in his unhinged mental state, he's as cautious as any trained operative. So, I decided to come find you. And as luck would have it, turned up to find you being ambushed by the Wild Hunt. The rest, you already know.
Is that why he's been frantically absorbing Kuvaki these past few days? Because he sees you as a threat?
Maybe I'm part of the equation, but even if I weren't, I'm sure he'd still be gathering power.
Note to self. Uncle Varka's strength rating officially upgraded.
Guess it's my turn to ask questions now. So,
It's a long story, but I'll try to make it quick.
wow, I had no idea so much had happened. Sounds like you guys have really been through it. So, the Kutar is actually a Fatui Harbinger. And all this Wild Hunt activity and nod cries that work. That's a lot to take in. Need some time to wrap my head around it all.
I'm truly sorry, Mr. Varka. You stood with us against the Wild.
You've got nothing to apologize for, Miss Moonchanter. You can plan 100 steps ahead and still slip up. That's just life. No one knows what tomorrow holds. You can't predict which way the wind will blow next. And, to be perfectly honest, I can't say I'm surprised. For all the times we've defeated the Wild Hunt in the past, we've never been able to completely wipe it out. Turns out, we were just delaying the inevitable. But now that a new variable has come into play, fate may well take a different course.
A new variable? You mean us?
Who else? And in a strange way, I think his resurgence might not be an entirely bad thing. The Wild Hunt is like an unrelenting force of nature, but Rerir is an individual with an agenda. He's gotta have a weak spot somewhere. That said, while I was explaining everything just now, some of the points that Mr. Flint's added caught my attention.
You mean about our mystery ally?
That's right. From what you've said, not only did they lead you straight to some key files, they also shielded Hisi Island from a lethal Kuvaki blast. I don't know who or what could pull something like that off. Heck, even Miss Columbina doesn't have a clue.
I hadn't heard the story about those files. Would you mind repeating their titles for me?
Wild Hunt Phenomena Log, a Nodkryan Ratnik's Field Journal, and Kuvaki Survey Log.
Oh. No. Still doesn't ring a bell.
Another dead end. Guess all we can do now is hope that our mystery ally keeps showing up when we most need them. Still, it's safest to assume they won't be intervening again. From here on out, we'll have to resolve this crisis by ourselves. Your intel also explains something else I've been wondering about. The reason I led my team to Amsfarnir was because we'd had reports about a possible source of the Wild Hunt showing up there. But once we looked into it, it turned out to be a red herring. I don't know who was behind it, but clearly, it served its purpose. I doubt it's by chance that he happened to make his comeback while my attention was diverted. And from everything you told me, it sounds like his scheming began well before his return. So maybe luring me away was all a part of his plan. But is it even possible that he orchestrated all of this by himself? The Moon Maiden and the Raker of Solnari, Nodcry of all places. The way everything is unfolding, it can't be a coincidence.
So, what do we do now? Got any ideas?
Right now, we've got at least 3 things to consider. Let's go through them one by one. First, we need to figure out how to take down Rerir. If we can't beat him in a straight-up fight, the rest won't even matter. To my knowledge, the bulk of Nodcry's fighting force is already gathered here. But even with everyone united, we're still no match for Rerir in his current state, let alone with his power still growing.
What if there was a way to tap into a new power of our own?
How so?
Have you thought of something, Columbina?
3 moons once watched over this world. The Eternal Moon was the largest. The frost moon was the brightest, and the iridescent moon was the most mysterious. They say that back then, the 3 moon goddesses wielded immense power, enough to shape the workings of the world itself. I now bear the frost moon's power, and each—
Hold on. Are you suggesting?
The iridescent moon, the last piece in the puzzle.
That's right. If we can find the iridescent moon's marrow, I will be able to regain my strength much more quickly.
The 3 moons are said to stir the tides and illuminate all things. Perhaps they hold further secrets beyond our understanding.
According to my analysis, the solution is feasible. However, it is subject to one major condition. How do we locate the iridescent moon's marrow?
I know a way, but we will need to visit the Fatui's Experimental Design Bureau.
The Experimental Design Bureau? Are you saying we need to involve Marionette?
Yes. I must speak with Sandrone.
It's a long way from here to the Experimental Design Bureau. There's a high chance you'll be spotted. You shouldn't go alone.
Then that's settled. Next up, our second priority. Somehow, we need to figure out Rarir's end goal. As you saw for yourselves, when he was still in his wild hunt form, everything he did was for the sake of recovering his body and resurrecting himself. His first act since then, after laying low for a while, was to try and assassinate this young lady. People's obsessions often reveal their greatest vulnerabilities. There must be a reason why he despises the moon so deeply. Perhaps it sheds some light on his title, the Raker of Solnari. The Wild Hunt has plagued Nodcry for centuries now. If we want to stop it for good, we have to get to the root cause of what's driving it.
It's true. We still know very little about him. If Kuthar hadn't given us that lead, we wouldn't even know his name.
But where would we even start? I doubt even the Intel Queen of Nodcry has a clue, and she has info coming out of her ears.
Oh? That's a rather hasty conclusion for someone who's so painstakingly meticulous when it comes to dealing with machines.
She heard me. Boss! What are you doing here?
I'm now asking myself the same question. I received a letter from a humble knight of Favonius, requesting a meeting to discuss a major business.
Since his failed ambush, we can't do this without—
Wait a sec. Didn't you say this is meant to be the Knights of Favonius' meeting spot? And a contact hub for the Northern Intelligence Network? And isn't it supposed to be super hidden?
You really think he could have gotten settled in Nodcry without my help? Besides, I'm the one running this gig. Of course I know where the meeting place is.
Allow me to introduce the current head of the Northern Intelligence Network. If it's intel you're after—
Please spare me the flattery. Let's cut to the— Well, this—
So you're just going to—
Why should I get involved?
What if we told you?
Oh?
I can't put a price on something like— If you insist—
You just don't give up, do you? Too bad. I know you well enough to know you can't afford my prices. The riskier the job, the more it'll cost. And a Moonchanter's stipend isn't exactly generous. Unless you're planning to start passing the donation box around among the faithful.
Boss, just a thought. If they come up short, maybe you can take the difference out of my next few— Things got really dangerous during the fight with Rarir. If this girl hadn't saved me, I'd be— If there's any way we can make this work—
This is why You have to be careful who you get involved with, or you invite all kinds of misfortune. Very well. Yeah, Flynn's. that fragment that Rerir was after.
Of course.
Let me borrow it.
Wait, you actually have...
Shh. This is...
I get it. We all have things we'd rather keep to ourselves. Plus, and that brings me to the third and final item. I'm in for this part.
Count me in.
Come off it, you. I'm way ahead of you here. Enough I did a scan of them. Once they're ready, we'll...
I like it.
No biggie.
All right then. Once your team has finished the...
Lady Damselette. Wait, and you two? What are you doing? We've been doing our best to mind our own business lately. But if...
You really...
We're not looking for any trouble.
Do I need to remind you that you're still a wanted out of consideration?
Let them in.
But...
Are you going to make me repeat that?
No.
Sandrone seems to be in a good mood.
So tell me, to what do I owe the honor this time? Actually, before you answer that, just so we're clear,
I promise it's nothing.
It seems like you've gotten the wrong idea here. The only reason I let you in was because I was bored. It seemed like a way to kill some time and satisfy my own curiosity. Whatever miscalculations I may or may not have made in the past, I haven't lost the plot enough to
I'd like to speak with Arlecchino.
What? Huh? You mean...
I'd like to speak with Arlecchino.
No, she's not. Once the work on this facility was completed, she went back with the Rooster and Regrator. The only ones in Nodcry are me and... What is it you need to speak to her about?
Rerir is hunting me. If I'm... Is that a no, then?
As if I need reminding.
Have you held any tea parties?
Tea parties? Yeah, obviously. You don't seriously think we'd pack it all in just because you aren't here. If anything, they've been more eventful than ever. Just me.
I bet you served them the worst.
Who cares about first Rosaline? Now you? I'm running out of people.
You'd always brew a different type of tea for me each time.
Well, duh. Why, Oh, yeah. And Capitano sometimes used to bring Tartaglia around, too. But I guess we won't be... Well, I guess we are overdue for it. Have Febronia pass a message to Arlecchino.
Pass along a message for me, too, if you would. My body cannot contain the marrow.
Excuse me? Who said you were on the guest list? Back when you were under the Tsaritsa's protection, no one would have...
But that protection didn't come for free. In fact, I just got tired, that's all. It brings back memories from the old days. When I was still worshipped as the moon goddess.
I figured you'd leave eventually. You didn't have as much of a reason to stay. The Tsaritsa gave you shelter and protection, but that was it. Nothing more, nothing... I get why you left. And frankly, but if you keep hanging around with this riffraff, the next time we cross paths... Guess... that might... Huh? What do you mean? Listen...
My lady, it's the Wild Hunt.
Another uninvited guest trying to crash my tea party. Clear the area! I'll handle this. Wait, what? You want us to leave you here by yourself? You You'll be lucky to make it out of this alive. Go on, get out of here. You may have stopped Polonia from crushing him last time. Stay and watch if you want, but it'll be at your own risk. Don't tell me what to do! Stare all you want.
I know.
This is exact. Come on then, Mr. Ray here. It's your Wild Hunt monstrosities versus my beautiful creation. Polonia, get him!
I've upgraded Polonia again since our last encounter, and uploaded every last scrap of your data. So let's finish this, once and for...
She's not here. Where did she go?
Hey, over here, you...
Curse it. Moon, go. Keep searching. She cannot have gotten far.
So this is your method.
Good deduction.
Whoa.
I'm not sure exactly.
Whenever I've never. I, on the other hand,
If you ask me, you're about as far from...
once I take a job, there's no backing out. And also how to make sure I come out of this alive if things spiral out of control. Death is the one thing we can take for granted. It is the great equalizer, however fortunate or unfortunate.
Come on, boss. Lighten up. Quit talking about death. It's bad luck.
For once, I agree with... Is there anything I can do to help?
That won't be necessary.
Eh? Find who?
That shady merchant who sold you an overpriced treasure
Come on, boss. You're pulling my leg again. In what way is she shady? She showed... Anyway, I know who you're talking about. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back.
Hey,
What is it? What's the big rush? You dragged me out of a dream where I was literally swimming in Mora. I'm charging double my usual attendance fee. See, look how easy.
Dory Sangama Bay? I never...
If you want to make it big and not cry, it was back when I first arrived in Not Cry. My trusty assistant, the genie in my lamp, had an adverse reaction to the Kuvaki, and wouldn't you know it, that's when I suddenly find myself in a life-or-death situation. Good thing my compatriot was there to swoop in and save the day. I've been giving her a 30% discount off all of my goods ever since, plus any other friends you send my way will enjoy 10% off. What can I say? The great Lord Sung. So, let me guess. You've run into some trouble. I've got everything you could possibly need, and the more you buy, the more you'll save.
You guessed correctly. What have you got in the way of survival gear?
The one type of gear, at the very least. I need to know what kind of opponent you're dealing with here. If even you're worried about staying alive, then...
What if I told you it's someone with the power to bring...
Is that so? Then we really are talking top-shelf treasures. I don't have anything like that in stock right now. I'll have to ask my supplier.
Your
A powerful woman, if you're willing to wait.
Then
Of course not. I have a handy little trinket from one of my generous suppliers, which... Hold on. What exactly are you getting at? No.
let's just say I'm borrowing it, all right? Just for insurance purposes. You'll get it back. Favors are the worst kind of debt to owe, and now you've got a chance to repay one. A win-win situation.
Fine. You can borrow it for 5 days. No, make that 3. And for every extra hour after that, I'm charging you 1,000,000 mora. Deal?
Deal.
What a way to start the day. Now, was there anything else you wanted? Or can I go back to bed now?
That will be all. Take care now. Don't trip up on your way back, friend.
See you later! You're my favorite shopkeeper.
Excellent. Everything is well and truly ready. The ceremony can now begin. After initiating the ceremony, your minds will follow me wherever So remember, don't be frightened. Now then, let us peer into the Raker of Solnari's past. I made it. I don't recognize this style of simple fur. Looks like the fearsome Raker of Solnari came unless this Anyway.
Hi, Rivier. Since you're working extra hours tonight, I thought I'd keep myself busy. I'll test it out, and if it's a PS, new stash from the Universitas Magistrorum. I brought some goodies home. A few teacups and a pin rack. Hope you...
They didn't sign their name, but they must have...
I went over to Joseph's for drinks today. Joseph asked for, but if he...
The Lindis.
Grain imports keep falling. Honestly, I don't care if it...
Grain has to be imported. That would explain why they even use
I've just about saved up enough now.
Making a big purchase. He really is, despite what he's become. Did Rary rip it out?
Before I met you, I was the burial plate. It was you who helped me see that my heart...
This is just trivial. The burial plate.
Reverie!
Dane! Oh, and...
Hello there, Reverie. You need not address me so formally outside of court. He doesn't get that much free time. So...
Hey...
Come on, don't give us that. I just didn't expect you to be the first...
Yeah. If you told me that a few years ago, I wouldn't have believed you either.
So...
Sure, I'll have to tell...
Come on, stop being such a pessimist. For all you know, she could be thrilled. A member of the King's Guard.
Of course he does.
Me? Same old, nothing much to... Huh? What's up, Ved? It's nothing.
Vedifulnir. Dainslift's elder brother. Renowned throughout the court of Conria as the Visionary. And said to possess a wisdom far beyond the reach of any ordinary man. And yet, despite the gulf between us, he seems to have something to say about me. Does he even know me? Does he see me as a friend of his brother, or just another of the Vinster King? Why did he react so strongly?
Brown, curly hair and brooding blood. Perfectly normal. As frightening as this
Felindis? You're back early?
Our equipment's being serviced today. Aw, why the long face?
Went for a drink with Dane.
Isn't that a...
Vedifulnir showed up today.
Ah, Mr. Vedifulnir. Yes, I've heard of him.
He overheard Dainslift mention that I'd recently proposed, and seemed to have an...
So, you're worried? We're nobodies. Why would the Visionary be... I'm sure someone in his position has much bigger fish to fry. You worry too much, Revier.
So, you do...
Like I said, I need some time to decide.
All right. Nobodies. Can someone whose gaze is so fixed on a Meanwhile, every idea the opposition tried to speak out. A man can have 1,000 reasons to carry a sword, but there are few good excuses to use it. Yet the king has never even considered a gentler approach, and he never will. What becomes of someone who kills on another's behalf? Thelindis? There's no reason we can't keep living happily together.
See? You just need to stay pot. I can feel your warmth. Just seeing you makes me happy. That's better. Getting caught up about things like this will only ruin our evening. Speaking of which, all set for the ball tonight? I need to go get ready.
You go ahead. I just have a few things to take care of.
Even busier than the big shots, huh? Fine, I'll go get started. But don't...
Relax. Seriously, though, you drive a hard bargain. You're really...
Well, that goes without saying. Besides, they're too...
All right. White outfit.
It seems like Rerir was deliberately hiding his... He clearly doesn't want his... Who'd have thought we were in the same line of... Let's dig a...
Our last operation was a resounding success, and all thanks to you, Rehir of Solnari. In total, we apprehended 32 dregs of the Crimson Moon, and 67 accomplices.
After all these years since the dynasty's fall, so many of them still linger on.
Indeed, it cannot be. Conria has no
That's not entirely true. Much about the Crimson Moon era was worthy of remembrance. And that's exactly why they keep trying to see it restored. Many of its secrets remain unsolved to this day. As it happens, that's precisely the field of study my partner is devoted to.
You still haven't told her what you really do for a living.
Where would I even start? How do you tell someone that you're one of the king's hand-picked executioners?
You didn't choose this life,
but I'll sure as heck be the one. Speaking of which, we need to be more rigorous in the way we identify direct descendants of the Crimson Moon. Someone, it seems, has strong opinions about my...
Your concerns are not unfounded. They've taken out many of our colleagues these past few years, and for that very reason. These are no helpless lambs we're leading to the slaughter. They're wolves in sheep's clothing. Take care, Rehir of Solnari. I look forward to toasting you at your wedding.
Thanks, Thorkel. You look after yourself, too. Thelindis, I never wanted to keep this from you. You're the last person I would ever want to lie to. But that's exactly why I can't tell you everything. There are things you shouldn't know. The Moonlit Dynasties are a thing of the past. Yet even now, could that be why Vedalfnir held back? I have to get a clear answer from him. No matter what happens, I will protect Thelindis.
Rerir seems to be very concerned by Vedalfnir's reaction. Vedalfnir and Dainsleif, the Visionary and Twilight Sword. I've investigated this whole area now. There doesn't seem to be any other memories here. Should I try somewhere else? Wait a second. What's this black smoke?
So, he's late after all. Just you wait, Rerir. You're in for it. Big time.
Are you waiting for someone, ma'am?
Oh, sure.
Thank you. I'm only telling the truth. Look me in the eye. May we have a word?
Who are you? And what?
It doesn't matter who I am. Too many. Not long ago,
The Ray here of Solnari let it—
Sorry, I don't know why you're telling me this. And I don't want to—
Wait, hear me out. This time we finally got a clear look at his face and learned his true identity. His name is Rarier.
What did you say?
A cruel irony, isn't it? The man you're set to marry leads a double life as a brutal executioner. But surely, you must have caught a whiff of the blood on his hands.
Why are you telling me all of this now?
Simple.
How strange. Rarier couldn't possibly know what happened. Why would her memory? The ceremony won't last much longer.
So that was your doing? Did you just—
Any more questions, and I'll have to start charging.
I had no idea you could do that, boss! Seriously, that was amazing! We're not worthy. We're not worthy! I gotta admit, though, I'm itching to see what happens next. Feels like we barely scratched the surface.
I'm just as curious as you are. But the ceremony only allows for limited time inside. That's all we can see for now. Luckily, we managed to learn quite a lot.
So far, so good. I just hope the others are doing okay too. Especially the group with the Traveler. Their mission is a risky one. Let's hope it's all going smoothly.
If you're worried about them, go see how they're doing.
If I know boss, she's gonna need some time to...
Oh, they've been prowling. Oh, they might not have seen us yet, but them constantly sweeping the area, our way out is completely blocked. Oh, that's never gonna work. If they spot us, they'll run straight back to Rarier. And once he knows we're here, it won't be long before he's breathing down our necks again. Oh, guess you're right. All right, time to zip it. Quick, hide! We almost got spotted!
fire.
Fire? Wait, what's that smell? Oh no! There's a fire!
Sandrone was right. You look weak, Columbina. The old you would never have let such lowly creatures bar your way. Word has it that you did something for the Tsaritsa, and that's why your freedom comes at a heavy price.
It's Arlecchino!
Hello again, Columbina.
It's been a while, Arlecchino.
Stupid right here of stupid Solnari. Ugh, whatever. I've got all the data I need. Next time we meet, you're finished. He sure doesn't pull his punches.
Excuse me, do you need a hand?
You can do me a favor by staying out of my way. Can't you see I'm busy? Wait a minute. I recognize that voice.
Hello, Miss Sandrone. Father sent us over to help.
Huh. How can... Hey, Fremine, get over here and help me fix this. Lenny, you do your thing. Just keep your sister away from my machines. Nearly every machine that cat girl touches ends up going haywire. Go put her on cleaning duty or something.
Then let's start downstairs. Fremine, we'll leave this place to you.
You've got it.
Wait a second. Pretty sure there's still some tea in the cupboard. If you want some, you'll have to make...
Next on the agenda...
Rise with the sun!
It's a relief to see you all made it back in one piece.
Huh? Feels like there's quite a few people missing. Where's Flint's and the others?
I returned ahead of them.
Boss is still wrapping things up on her end. She sent us back to fill you all in on the top secret intel we...
I see. But first, Who do we...
Greetings.
Surely it can't be.
Those eyes.
The only Arlecchino I know is the fourth of the Fatui Harbingers. Sweet...
You are well informed, Grandmaster. A man from Mondstadt living all...
Oh, the feeling's mutual. Sounds like...
A Fatui Harbor.
The atmosphere in here just got really tense. Guess
I must admit, though, I'm a little curious. Seeing as the moon god...
Nor does Nodcry belong to Mondstadt, Mr. Varka. Yet, things don't always have to... Of course, I can't say there's nothing in it for me at all. But that's between Columbina and myself.
Forgive me. I don't mean to we have our own way of doing things here and...
I know there's been a lot of bad... That's why I'm here solely as a gesture of good faith. I'll be frank. I can help Columbina track... Anyway, what else is on the agenda?
she says she'll be frank, then completely skips over. But she clearly wants to change the subject. It'd be awkward if I tried to bring it up again now. I guess we'll just have to go along with it. She's the...
Well, since Miss Arlecchino sounds confident in her ability...
All right.
The dregs of the Crimson Moon.
In the memories, there was a lot of talk about the
To my knowledge, those were the names of two long ago, but one day, a coup saw...
Still, long after the Crimson Moon dynasty had... In those days, Rerir showed no signs of madness. In fact, he was as normal as any other person. Oh, what's the matter?
Verfnir, Granddaughter, Flinders.
Interesting. Anything else?
Well, she was a
Oh, and one more thing. For some reason, Rerir...
Well, no shortage of the Lindis, it seems, must have been the one thing in this...
Why do you need to know that? Hold on. If she was a pure blood... Oh yeah. Just like...
If we could somehow find...
It's possible. But it would take a miracle. We can't pin all our hopes on that. That merchant who Nefer knows...
All right, then. Traveler, Paimon, Kutar, and Miss Arlecchino will go look for the iridescent moon's marrow. As for the others...
On the way over here, I noticed that the Wild Hunt monsters had grown even more frenzied in their search for Kutar. At this rate, the people living here will be in grave danger.
I'll head back to the curatorium and meet up with the boss.
Feels good knowing we've all got something to be getting on with. Given that the Wild Hunt has been a lot more active lately, I'll hold the fort for now. Then discuss our next move with Flints, Ino, and Anefa when they get back.
Alright!
Well, the clock's ticking. If that's everything...
We'd better get moving too. We'll try to buy you as much time as we can.
Relax. Just do your thing. Now, I decided to call in some backup since things are getting so hairy. Our reinforcements should be here any minute. Stay safe, everyone.
We're back. Did we get here?
Everything going smoothly on your end?
Not great. I don't know. I'm gonna make some more later, but I need a timeout first. I'm so tired right now. Oh, right! Inefa, could you fill in Uncle Varka on what we just discussed with Flints?
Sure. Uncle Varka, you previously told us about how when you went to investigate a source of the Wild Hunt in Amsvartnir, you discovered that it was just a diversion. But according to Flints' intel, several outbreaks of the Wild Hunt had already occurred in Nodcry in the period leading up to that. That was before Rerir had regained his body, when he was far from regaining his full strength. In other words, in theory at least, he still lacked the means to act in two places at once.
Flins, with everything that's been happening, I'm sure you're capable of coming up with something. And Effa and I will head back over to Amsfarnir to see if there's anything.
Database updated.
What does that mean?
They were betting on how you'd respond after hearing their intel.
It's the obvious choice, isn't it? That's hardly worth betting on.
We already decided that Anefa should go investigate the situation over at Amsfarnir on her own. You might as well stay here and keep watch. Someone needs to hang back and oversee strategy meetings. And besides...
So Ivan and...
Here, this will serve as a good spot to cross over.
Arlecchino, hold up a second. Since you brought us all this, we still haven't got the sled.
Simple.
Huh? Are you serious? Isn't you're a descendant of that Crimson Moon dynasty we were just talking about? The one from ancient Conria?
Your surprise is understandable. I was also taken aback when I first learned of it. But the more I thought about it, the more I realized the signs had been there all along. When I was young, I discovered I could wield a very special kind of fire. It coursed like blood through my veins and smoldered away inside my nerves. What's more, whenever I experienced strong bursts of emotion or drew too deeply on this power, it was like some kind of presence within the fire would begin to gnaw with... Exactly. That is why my hands are like this, too. At first, I saw it only as... Together with my own investigations, over the past few years, there are several things that I have gradually come to understand. For instance, take the so-called Crimson Moon. In truth, it is nothing more than the shattered remnants of the iridescent moon, fused with the abyss to prolong its lifespan. Since this blood flame was bestowed upon me by the Crimson Moon, it is a fusion of the iridescent moon's former power. You all understand the nature of the abyss.
If I recall correctly, you once told me that if the corruption ever made it to your heart, you'd become a completely different person.
Yes, and that's the reason I'm always careful not to push my power too far. It's essentially... Anyway...
Does that mean that...
So much of that history has been lost. We have no way of knowing exactly what they were like. But I would suspect that the Conrians weren't as devout in their moon worship as it might appear. The iridescent moon's remains simply served as their link to the abyss. Later on, perhaps someone discovered a way to make direct contact with the abyss. Or maybe there was... Still, even with the dark sun looming high overhead, the Crimson Moon's glow never truly faded. If you want living proof, it's standing right before you.
The first time we met, I sensed something familiar in your presence when I looked at you.
Well, I appreciate that you kept it to yourself. Much about the... Anyway, time is against... I just want to make sure I've got one thing straight. In her letter, Sandrone mentioned that since you are unable to contain the iridescent moon's marrow yourself, you intend to leave it in my custody. Correct?
That's right. For now, it's the only way I can pay you back for your help. The iridescent moon is already part of who you are. So
Deal. Then let's get...
Get what started?
When I first became a harbinger, the Jester gave me... You should be able to buy a copy next time you're in Fontaine. In the Crimson Moon.
Beyond the bounds of...
The Crimson Moon sages, they made these children crawl up a fireplace and kept asking them, have you died? Did you see it? Until they fought. The adults embraced the book, leaves much on...
That explains why I can't...
There's no fireplace.
That won't be necessary. The fireplace is purely symbolic. The key to the ritual is crossing the flames between. Those burned away by such flames leave behind a kind of ghostly afterimage in the world. In the days of Conria, people believed they could. In short, I can open up. The catch is I'll need to stay on this side to keep the passage open. So I won't be able to come with you. Once you're inside, you'll have to find your own way. Very well. Then I'll...
Traveler, spare me a little more moon. Thank you.
Mistress of the seven hues of ages past, Great Mother of the present, crimson-clad sovereign of the two realms, by fire severed, by fire renewed, I offer myself now and beseech your descent. One word of advice as you're crossing over, no matter.
Got it! I sense a sinister gloom. I feel that I am about to meet an.
Rise with the sun!
What a tragic sight. Fragments of your broken body.
Careful! There's some... By the way, Kalamina, didn't you tell us that the iridescent moon had shattered into pieces? The moon up there looks pretty whole to Paimon. How is that possible?
Just like I thought. It was only a facade. No touching!
Light it up!
Observe. Be silent. Close your eyes.
All hail! Born of ice and frost. Let's move at first and rebuild!
Be silent. Night falls. The long sleep beckons.
Wrath from the sky!
It's coming from under the mountain.
Let's see. Ah! There's some kind of weird... Wait, see that? Looks... Looks like a device from the time of Kalia. Maybe people once came here to study the Crimson Moon's domain, and they left this behind. Oh, if we can activate it, we might find some clues. Look at that! Now that the Do you think these mechanisms...
Thelindis, we'll leave the rest of the research in your hands.
I hope this isn't ruining date night. Ugh. Mind your own business. Just leave me some snacks on the table.
Thelindis? Is that Rear's girlfriend? Oh yeah!
The Abyss has made this... Maybe that's why some of the things she's...
Whenever I see this view, waning moon, for me, of all people...
Next on the agenda... Rise with the sun! Rev the engines!
Yeah! Hold the line!
Observe. Be silent. To dust. Observe.
Looks like the Abyss has messed up this mechanism. We need to find a way to get it working again. Let's see if there are any other devices nearby. Access denied. Allow me.
Light it up!
Close your eyes. The night cometh.
Pyroclastic surge! Try and stop me!
So the moon marrow, or rather the power of the 3 moons, is the key to unlocking... If it really does exist...
Burn it down!
With the Abyss inhibitors in place, I should be able... Oh, Rerir. With every step you take, you're drifting further from what you truly desire. But you're not the root of the problem. Ever since that outsider set foot in... If only I could get my hand...
Hey moon's reflection is back to normal. Elendis' voice meant...
It must be. For with...
Then there's no time to lose.
Light it up! Try and stop me!
These things are so creepy. Looks like we'll have to destroy them if we want to get to the iridescent moon's mirror. That must be the iridescent moon's mirror. Oh, but we'll need to destroy these things before we can reach it. Hold the line! For ver6.1! No touching! Paradigm shift! Fearless! Access denied.
Rise with the sun!
Fearless. Billowing surge!
Light of the blazing sun! Incinerate!
We're so close!
Merciless!
Rescue revamp! Born of ice and frost!
Merciless! Another star goes out! This is getting interesting.
This is long overdue. Access denied.
The iridescent moon's marrow. Still burning away. If we can purify the abyssal power.
And so... See... Huh? Are you... At long last... I can... I'm sorry. The moment the moon shattered, tell me. You look so... But trust me when I say... What was that all about? It sounded like she was speaking to a long-lost...
Perhaps. She took for a fading soul like...
But anyway, alright. That's odd. This place looks different than when we came in.
Waning moon.
Huh?
Oh, lifeless damsel.
Oh. Hurry! The place is collapsing!
It wants to trap us here.
Who's it? The abyss?
Now we've taken the moon marrow. All that's left here is a dark will. It will show us no mercy.
What are you waiting for?
Oh, we made it! Was that you, Arlecchino? Did you save us? Wait, your hands! They're...
Oh, this? Don't worry. It's a small price to pay. The Abyss wanted to trap you inside, and I defied its will by bringing you out. No wonder it's a little angry. No. I have paid the price, albeit a small...
Oh, we're so sorry.
As much as I'd like to call it a...
Yes, you did your part. And as promised, I will leave the iridescent moon's marrow in your care.
I'll take that as a blessing. Now... Feeling stronger?
Hey, Columbina, are you...
By the Frost Moon's authority alone, wielding the power of the other moons was always going to be a stretch.
It's still not enough. Just one more ray of moonlight, if you would. It's okay.
How about now?
At the very least, I want to see him gone from Not Cry.
Well, when I first met you, you didn't strike, but now... You're full of vitality. Just like the...
Thank you. Look after yourself too, Arlecchino. But whatever you're after, don't let the Abyss take a hold of you.
I appreciate the concern, Columbina. Although perhaps it's time you took a new name.
A new...
Kutar, the Moon Maiden, Columbina. They're nothing more than code names. We often use code names in the House of the Hearth, too. But it's knowing your real name that keeps you grounded. All I'll say is this. All right, that's it from me.
You're the best!
I appreciate the gesture. It speaks to your good character.
It was a close call, but we got the iridescent moon's marrow and restored Column. In other words, mission accomplished. Paimon wonders how everyone else is doing.
All is well, thank you.
I ran into Miss Inep.
You seem rather...
I certainly am. Fighting alone can get quite tedious, but I had the good fortune to run into a pair of...
We meet again.
Albedo! What are you doing here?
That would be a natural assumption to make.
These two courageously... And given how people of outstanding...
So? Who's your travel buddy?
Why don't you come and introduce yourself?
A gentleman of few words.
It's nice to meet you. Again.
Wait a sec!
That's right. It's...
By the way, he says it's okay if you drop the mini.
Yeah, I'm not as...
Interesting, isn't it?
Wow! You look...
Thank you, Paimon. And I'll...
Wow! You're such a smooth talker now. Paimon could get used to this.
Personally, when people call her Little Paimon...
You're absolutely right.
She's...
Uh-oh.
Judging from your expressions...
It's getting crowded here.
No need.
Thank you for your hospitality. I'll be meeting Sandrone.
We really appreciate your...
Oh, come on. Spare the format.
I understand.
Oh, this place is hopping. It's probably a good thing one of us left.
Are you saying we're about to run out?
As a matter of fact, I am. I overheard your little chit-chat outside, by the way. Though, it looks like we have another new face. Someone else managed to rope...
Frankly, you and Paimon are the only people...
This here is Deansliff, colleague of Tibet's greatest guide, Paimon, and greatest adventurer, the travel...
When someone else jumps in to do the announcing, you know you're speaking to...
Let's hear what he has...
Note to self. Once Paimon knows your name, the rest of the world will soon follow.
When he comes looking for us, it's usually...
From the looks of it, you're about to hold a meeting. If I were to say that the wild hunt is our...
As the saying goes, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Though, I can't promise the same for everyone else. Hey,
After all this time apart, Grandmaster Varka's first order is to rustle up a couple more chairs.
Is he being sarcastic?
Hey, he's your brother. Why are you asking us?
I've still got a lot to learn about the nuances of human
Oh, good point. Paimon gets you now.
I wonder what's taking Nefer so long.
Perhaps you should go and check in with her.
I just got back from...
Miss Nefer doesn't strike me as the type to share secrets. Under such circumstances.
Oh, but it's fine.
What can I say?
Impressive. She barely fought back at all. I admire your powers of persuasion, my friend.
As I'm sure Miss Lauma will realize soon enough, the trick in life is to always pitch in with other people's responsibilities.
Another trick is to simply hide in the background.
Spoken like a true...
Anyway, looks like we've got some time to kill before... Feel free to chat amongst yourselves.
Is there...
Yeah, for starters. You do have a point. Oh yeah,
Sure.
great. Paimon will handle it. And in return, we can get Dainsliff to be our very own personal bodyguard.
If that's what you had in mind, you should have said so.
Oh, okay then. Anyway, since we're all here to...
Indeed.
You're both awfully quiet. Have either of you ever had your portrait painted? If not, I'd be glad to help.
That sounds like a lovely idea. You know how to paint, then?
I dabble.
He's an excellent painter. Tables, chairs, people, dragons, you name it. He'll paint it for you.
I'm flattered.
If I ever get
I'll bear that in mind.
Oh, whatever style.
Very well.
You can replicate.
I can try.
Thank you.
Truth be told,
You're not alone there. Itlua is a good...
come on. What?
Sorry.
Let's just keep this between us.
That goes without...
Anyone else in the know?
It's dangerous.
Then, in the name... Of course. Ah, Miss Nefer. You made it after all. But what about Yehoda?
I'm here to give you an update on how things are going on our end. Once this is over, I'll be heading straight back to continue my work. I left Yehoda back at the curatorium to watch over things while I'm gone.
Huh. So much for just this once.
Shh! Not so loud! We're on a...
Did you say something, Mr. Varka?
Huh? I didn't say anything. Right, Flint's?
Must have been a frog. They get so noisy around here at nighttime. It's like they're putting on a concert in the background.
Anyway, before we begin, there's a few introductions to make. Let me start by saying that it's an honor to be speaking before so many distinguished colleagues and collaborators. First up, we have Miss Lauma. As Moon Chanter, she's the leader of the Frost Moon. Nefer is leading the investigation into Rerer's background, assisted by Yehoda and Lauma. From the little I've heard, they're making some great progress. Over here, we have Mr. Flint's, a ratnik and guardian of the abandoned lighthouse. In our last operation, he courageously distracted the Wild Hunt to buy time for those of you who've never met. Next up, we have the Moon Maiden, and then we have the Traveler, who's earned more titles than I could possibly hope to list out, so I'll spare you the rundown. And Paimon, the ultimate travel
Whoa! That's a lot of people!
Miss Nefer, it looks like you might have another job coming your way.
You think I haven't got enough on my hands as it is? Who's looking for me now?
That would be me, Miss Nefer. I have...
And you are?
Who I am doesn't matter right now. What does matter...
Well, it's not as if we never take on anonymous commissions. But in your case, I'll have to decline. I'm gonna take a wild guess and say your job's probably more hassle than it's worth. Something about you seems like bad news.
It's my eyes, isn't it?
Conrian, I assume. And what's with the mask? Are you trying to hide your identity? In any case, the fact that you're even...
My name is Dainsleif. And yes, I am from Conria. As I'm sure you're aware, the Raker of Solnari's real name is Rerir.
Really? Then you must have been quite an...
You flatter me, but none of that matters anymore. My point was simply to clarify why I have asked Miss Nefer.
So you're both from Conria, and it sounds like you used to be friends?
I'll tell you everything I know. The history of Conria. I have never spoken openly of this before. The visionary, Vedifenir, who wished to foretell gold, Rhindaughter, who desired to create life. And last, but not least, of the five, Rerir is the only one who remains a mystery to me.
In other words, you're saying that his...
That's right.
You mentioned how the Abyss tempted them, which led to their fall.
Strangely, now that it comes to it, I heard the fateful night took place during the era of the Eclipse Dynasty. When I came to hear of this, my fury knew no bounds. I gathered together every ally I thought I had, and together, we set a night to storm. Centuries on, the memories of that night still haunt me, like a never-ending night. But then, I was betrayed. Even Vedifenir, the very person I had come to rescue, abandoned me and partook of the Abyss's power.
So, it's personal after all. Then tell me, Mr. Dainsleif, what price are you willing to pay? You, of all people, must know that nothing comes for free.
I cannot say what price would be worthy of such a commission. But know this. Uncovering the truth of Rerir's past is the only way to unravel this mystery. But before—
Sounds pretty good to me. Feels like we just flagged down a random passerby, only to discover he's actually a master strategist who has a score to settle with our enemy.
Can I borrow your halo? It could be useful in the lighthouse.
Hey, enough with the wisecracks! Besides, isn't that lamp of yours bright enough already?
Relax. It was meant to be a compliment. If that was a little over the top for your liking, I'll make sure to tone it down.
I'll give your proposal some serious thought, Mr. Dainsleif. Let's speak in private once the meeting is over.
Before that, there's a few things I'd like to share.
Now that we've united the hearts...
You've done so much for me. From the moment I was so far, even so...
Kutar.
Defeating the Reich.
Natural.
We've considered, is it even possible, given Albedo's expertise in alchemy?
Understood.
As for the other two...
So you're placing all... You sure have a talent for changing your tune, Miss Moonchanter. Timid like you
Late.
I have faith.
Oh?
This isn't about...
Look at them getting along.
And I'm the one they accuse of insincerity.
Is that right?
Anyway, Mr. Dainsleif, let's talk. And Traveler, once we're finished, if you've nothing else...
This whole experience is teaching me a... Hey, why?
Quite the opposite.
Thank you for waiting.
It's okay. We actually used the time to help Dainsleif get a room at the hotel.
That's very considerate of you. Now, I trust you share my curiosity about Rerir's past, and you seem fairly familiar with Mr. Dainsleif already. We spoke at some length after the meeting. He was the one who suggested I should invite you to join this operation. He feels confident that these secrets will be safe with you.
Dane has a lot of faith in us, that's for sure.
Likewise. I appreciate that you got right on board without interrogating me about why I invited you. It shows...
That's because we know what you're capable of. We appreciate you too, Nefer. You might have been forced to help in the beginning, but this time, it was your choice.
That's one way to put it. All right, so here's how... The reason I've gathered you all here is to ensure my safety during the proceedings. I plan for us to enter the fragment of it. Think of this as a diving expedition into someone's brain. If I'm the diver, you are my safety equipment, tasked with keeping me alive while I'm under the surface. Once the ceremony begins, we will all be spying on privileged information. But in the interests of safety, you must remain absolutely silent at all times. We will discuss our observations after the ceremony has concluded. Lastly, Any individuals of a weaker constitution.
Well, good luck, everyone! Sounds like all Paimon can do is cross her fingers and root for you guys.
There's a little more to it than that. I was being serious when I said you have a job to do. In the event that something goes wrong, you will be our first responder. I don't anticipate any issues, but the extra level of safety will be greatly appreciated.
I second that. This is a dangerous operation here, and you're our whole rescue team. That's pretty much the most important job.
So, Paimon...
Good.
So, did Mr. Dainsliff tell you anything else?
He told me that he believes Rarier kept some big secrets.
But surely you're not planning to go through with this, no matter the cost.
If you think that, you'd be overestimating me. I'm a businesswoman, not a mercenary. But I do have my own professional reasons for taking this job. You think I'd turn down the opportunity to get a first-hand glimpse into Conrian history? No chance.
Well, as long as you don't let morbid curiosity get in the way of safety concerns, we're good. We'll do whatever we can to help you.
You're such a killjoy.
All right, I'm good to go.
All set over here, too.
Promise, Paimon, you'll be extra
All right. Let your whole body relax. Close your eyes. Phew. Could this be his off-pretty standards? According to Dane, is this where you keep your secrets, Rarier? A file tucked in its, but at this stage, I... Wonder what kind of... Aha!
Please, hear me out. I can't shake this feeling that I saw someone.
There's a note in the margin. Could the voice in the record...
Today's files are in. Time to wade through them, just like usual. Male, 51. Occupation, neutralized. This one should be archived under Purge. Female, 23. Neutralized. Another one for purged targets. Sounds like she was that other Male, 40. Neutralized. Just another nobody for the archive. Come to think of it, I remember Female, 16. Occupation, none. Neutralized. Filed. I have no recollection of this girl. Female, 13. Occupation, none. Orphan and confirmed Crimson Moon descendant. Neutralized and... Male, 11. Neutralized. Male.
It's funny, isn't it? Your job is becoming both harder and easier at the same time, depending on how you look at it. Sooner or later, the Crimson Moon descendants will be completely wiped out. But as their numbers dwindle, they become harder and harder to track down.
That's not how it is.
Fortunately, however, most of the able-bodied adults have already been taken care of. The remaining weaklings will be increasingly easy to deal with.
No! No. My job is to ensure the survival of the Eclipse Dynasty. And the only way to do that is by eliminating any and all potential threats. It's a perfectly legitimate... Every single one of my colleagues can attest to my fairness. And if my friends were aware of the facts, I know they'd back me up too. Assuming, of course, that they were aware of all the facts.
A box containing a must be first. Bookshelves full of documents. Looks like these are all Crimson Moon. Yep.
Mr. Vedifalnir, it's been quite some time since we last met.
Revier, I trust you're here because you have something important to discuss.
Forgive me. I wasn't tuning out, it's just, I noticed you didn't even phrase that as a question. As if you knew I was coming. Tell me, does someone in your position ever feel the need to ask questions at all?
It is indeed within my power.
I was just thinking...
That isn't a lie. Ever since that day...
Does it feel...
I'm afraid the notions of good... You fear... the burden of prophecy.
So who exactly do...
Or rather...
You're close...
You say that as though it is to my...
You are so wise and far-sighted, yet still you would have me live in fear of the unknown?
You make a fair point. Especially given my silence alone was all it took to say... Let me offer you some advice. For many reasons, there is very little chance...
Hold on. There's that same black fog again. Could this...
Wait. Hear me out. His name is Rayrir. And he...
What?
A cruel irony, isn't it?
Why are you...
Simple. I want you to kill him.
No, absolutely not.
So you'll just stand by and watch him slaughter us to the last? Do not forget...
The blood of the Crimson Moon? What does that... You think that alone is reason enough?
Why wouldn't it be? You too were once a child of the Crimson Moon. Just like me. Don't tell me...
As long as you promise to abandon this pipe dream of restoring your dynasty...
Persuade the Vinster King? Do you even know why he's so... The Vinster King? A blind fool. His eyes clouded by powers from beyond this world. A petty little man with a miser's heart. And he dares to sit upon the throne? Mark my word, if you can't bring yourself to do it, so be it. Just you watch. It won't be long before calamity descends.
The Ray here of Solnari. That really is quite a secret you've been. But who am I to talk? Am I really any better? I've kept my own past a secret this whole time too. Love should be built on honesty. But ours was born from lies. Is it really so wrong to hide? ver6.1 must have known all this. But I won't just sit by and no matter who I have.
Was that Rarir who just walked past the window? Doesn't it give you the chills that he still takes the same road to work every day? As if nothing ever happened.
Those people at the deli.
Enough already. They're clearly pretty taken by their own disguises, so just smile and play along. Pull the rug from under beasts like that, and you'll risk having your throat torn out.
Deli. They're talking about those people from the opposition. Right. I'd almost forgotten they used to run a deli. People.
But surely you can see he's not the man he pretends to be. So many have died already. We're not going to Thalindis.
Sorry. I heard you though. He's just following the king's orders. He's a secret agent, and it's his job to—
By the time you first met him, he'd already taken lives. Maybe he was—
No. Rarir has no idea I have anything to do with the crime. Truth be told, apart from my teacher, pretty much—
But as Orlog said, who could—
I'll work something out. Trust me. Don't forget that for now, don't—
If even you can't escape this, what hope do the rest of us have?
I won't speak in his defense. Nor— Here. Hold on to this. If an opportunity— I've got a job, and there's still money coming in.
Another day, another round of assassination training. Training ground is just beyond this hidden passageway.
When you kill a person, doesn't it bother you when you end up covered in their blood?
Why would? Make sure you have a firm grip on the handle, then choose your angle well. Keep your movements light and brisk. In the prevalent sense of thing.
I doubt that. I'll bet no one's ever died a quiet death at your hands.
I work clean. No traces.
That doesn't make it open above board. The king just happens to meet you right now.
That won't happen.
Ever since he showed that power, at the beginning, he only had to take out a handful of the guilty. But now...
The ones I know have always been guilty. And I've carried out my work flawlessly.
Can't hide the truth.
Thalindis, do you still—
Orla.
The boy who was pretending to sell flowers.
Yes, what about—
He was a— I just don't get it! After everything he's done, or does it mean nothing to you?
No, that's not—
I need to go now. If you ever need a place to hide.
Author Thalindis. Over the course of this week, the research object was all subjects of observation that were no progress. Things are getting worse by the day. But if all this research comes to nothing, but could he no. Sure.
Why won't you just let us go? We don't even know each other. All we want is to live ordinary, peaceful lives.
You want to live?
Yes. I just want to go on living. Is that really such an unforgivable crime?
You want to go on living. I want to keep living too. To keep living forever. That's why I have no choice but to continue on the path I'm on. If only some savior would suddenly swoop down and change the way the world is. Too bad that's not going to happen. Imagine that. If there really were such a person, you and I wouldn't be standing here like this, would we? Today's files are in. No, I don't get tired of it. It's my job. And not only am I lucky to have it, I'm good at it too. Flindus? No.
Why? How could you possibly have anything to do with them?
A diluted bloodline. What a fool I've... Urmansul. Today it's the... No. This cannot go on.
You're real.
I am.
Don't worry, I'll be. But if you let me go, you won't.
Good point.
No, please. I just want to see the.
Go on.
Yes.
If I let you leave, what will become of me? But remember, don't let anyone know you were caught.
Even shadows in the dark must live by a code. But you can't save everyone.
You've been whispering in my...
I only say this because you long for an answer to your problems. Let her go, Rerir, or you risk losing everything.
I will not abandon...
Then you'll need a little more vigilance and a lot more power. The world is changing, Rerir. Keep your eyes peeled for your moment of opportunity.
That voice used to be so unclear. He won't tell me how to actually... Tell me then! What will this moment of... And...
So, the king's obsession with abyssal power left the future of and it looks like it almost And why does Vedderfanir, Dainslif's older brother, keep talking in Rerir's head? The human mind is like a vast desert of shifting sands. When you follow the flow, time for something. We've been inside. There's already enough clues on the board to start reading between the lines. And now, we can finally begin to put the pieces together. Sure, it'll only be once we've built up a cognitive profile, we just need to cross-check the logic behind his actions. And then we'll be able to take a sneak peek at whatever it...
Rerir, are you there?
Hey, Rerir! Come out, it's urgent.
Dane?
Quick, come with me. All right then, but...
I've never seen Dane so worked up before.
Well, this is a nice change.
Don't be ridiculous.
You might ask your blade. That's the word on the...
If this is your way of...
Oh, we can...
Robbed it here.
Why, Dainsleif, of course. Please, cast aside your apprehensions, Miss...
Well, your president, vice president...
My success is the problem, of course. And as for Eftervit, in missing out on the presidency, he...
You're all here. I apologize.
You must be Rerir.
Mr. Sertologi. Yes,
You're clearly a person of substance.
It's my brother, Vedifenir. After...
Vedifenir in prison. Does this mean the king's
It has nothing to do with trust. I simply appease him, because it's in the best interests of the Universitas Magistrorum.
And also because you're slimy. Vedifenir, perhaps...
Do you honestly think this is an important discussion to be having right now?
Dane, what are you planning to do?
Rescue Vedifenir, I assume.
Correct.
That's far too dangerous.
I have no desire to commit treason. My blade will force the king to see the error of his ways.
So, Vedifenir's prophecy enraged the king. The extent of his majesty's madness is now all. You have noble ambition.
A letter of the chances of the This black fog over the board must have some connection. Another mystery on...
Author Thelindis. Over the course of the research dating back... However, there are a number of hurdles to overcome before we can answer the question of where it leads to. To start with, opening the gateway requires a specific power source, which the relevant literature indicates. An enormous amount of power is then required to keep the gate open. Currently, the total power output of our instruments remains in the single digits. To make matters worse, I am now the only staff member remaining in the Moon Marrow lab. The Universitas Magistrorum recently decided to move most of its personnel into Abyss. This is not a wise move. I have always maintained that placing all our hopes in a single source of power is risky, especially one as poorly understood as this. I apologize if this comes across as disrespectful. But as a Moon Marrow researcher, if we really made it there one day, what would we find? And how would we go about taming the unknown? My imagination is endlessly fueled by questions such as these. This is for you. I heard you're gonna leave the city with your parents.
Thelindis, did you hear about what happened?
I've heard nothing. Rerir got back very late last Friday, and he was acting a little unusual, but he slept pretty well, so I'm guessing whatever he did was a good deed. You never saw him, and I don't know what he did. And this conversation never happened. You understand?
What if he finds...
Don't be so...
Are you scared of...
I don't know. The Rerir I know doesn't match the person you all describe. Logically, I should be scared of him. And yet, I don't want to lose him. But enough about that. You should get going, and be careful with the package I gave you. Keep it secret. Keep it safe.
What's in it?
A piece of the moon. All you need to know is that as long as you keep it safe, then in the future, everyone will be able to see a red moon.
A red moon? You mean... our moon?
That's right. Our moon. Promise me you'll look after it.
I promise, Thelindis.
The Crimson Moon bloodline will never die out. Its light, the color of blood, will become like a fire that flows in our veins, no matter how long it takes.
everyone, and stick to the plan.
Sir Dainsleif, what are you? Is this... You know what happens?
It is the king himself who has betrayed the throne.
If you have any love...
It's showtime. My job is to enter the prison and rescue Vedifalnir. Stay safe. Wish me luck.
Look after my brother. Draw your blade. It is time for justice to prevail.
And the smell is abominable. Clearly found you. Hello, Mr. Vedifalnir.
It's you.
Surprised? Oh, wait.
I certainly felt some surprise in the moment when I was blinded. Surprise at the king's sheer ignorance. Surprise at just how unfairly this world responds to words of earnest remonstration.
I'm curious.
It wasn't a prophecy. The king has forsaken all reason in pursuit of his obsessions. I simply told him that if he continues on this path, Conria will surely fall.
But he didn't listen. Worse still, he stabbed you in both eyes and locked you away. Dane asked for my help. The court is in complete chaos now, but I'm sure you predicted that.
Everything is transpiring as I foresaw, yet I am powerless to change it. Fate is an immutable force. I can but lament as the inevitable unfolds. I do wonder whether giving a man the power to see the future does nothing more for him than slowly crush his...
Forgive my curtness, Vedifalnir, but the king did not suddenly turn on you today. His suspicions have been brewing for a long time. You can't have wisdom beyond the reach of your fellow man without attracting his fear and suspicion. There are things the king does not want to see. So, he doesn't want you having visions of them either. He blinded you because he thought this would make the visions stop.
He wasn't entirely wrong. I did indeed lose my power to see the future. Right up until...
Until what?
Just now.
Well, tonight could go a lot of different ways. 5 of us banded together to storm the palace, also we could rescue you. This will go down as the most tumultuous day in Conrian history.
I sense hatred in you, but also hope. A desperate hope that with the tyrant deposed, that will be the end of the story. But this is not the end. It is the beginning of a new chapter in a whole new story. There are many men of honor and courage in this world, Rerir. But you are not one of them. You're not here for justice, are you? You're here for yourself. Is that a dagger? Interesting. Why not the polearm? It was always your weapon of choice.
With your abilities, I don't doubt that you were able to recover some of your sight. But I also doubt that you want to make an enemy of me right now.
Of course not. We're on the same side, aren't we?
We could be.
You mean your future? With your beloved, Felindis?
Yes. And I know there are bigger things at stake here. A dynasty, a nation, maybe the entire world. But forgive me, I care first and foremost about myself. I can't abandon the one I love to save myself. I just can't do it. But you see a broader picture of the future than I. You see the solutions to the biggest problems of our age. So tell me, what is my solution? What's the answer?
In matters of fate, answers are either right or wrong. What will be and what will not. Maybe you are willing to pay a certain price in the pursuit of happiness, but unfortunately, fate does not negotiate. That is the cruelest thing about fate.
I know it's your voice that I keep. You show me disaster, but you won't.
My voice? It turns out that we are not.
Vedifulnir just broke into the street.
Very well then. For as long as you live, your story with Felindis, it is up to you.
I will.
Thank you for setting me free.
Just then.
If I were you,
the Universitas.
I'm sure we'll be seeing
whatever Vedifulnir said.
Monsters? Is this Rhine-Daughter's doing? By the Universitas Magistrorum. Out of my way!
Can't hide the truth. It all adds up.
Pyroclastic surge! Rev the engines!
Allegedly the king, but if they were...
Hold on! Don't let them anywhere near you!
Save me!
That sounded like an What other mean? And given it's a major center of abyss research, anyone...
Close your eyes. You'll soar.
No more lies.
Allow me!
Rise with the sun!
Is this our fate?
Burn.
It all adds up.
Born of ice and frost.
truth. The mystery unravels.
Access denied. Healthy body. Allow me.
Light it up! Light of the blazing sun!
Torrent, bring refuge!
It all adds up. How farcical. The riddle remains unsolved.
Rebuild! Blaze over!
Burn it down! Try and stop me! Pyroclastic surge!
Allow me! Next born of ice and frost.
Rise with the sun! Light of the blazing sun!
Hold the line!
Incinerate!
Billowing surge!
Wrath from the sky! Incinerate! Try and stop me!
Monsters at the Universitas Magistrorum? Why now? Oh no, it's no use. Of course, I'm done for. Ah! Stay.
What's that?
Reverie. So the rumors about your work are true.
What? No! Listen, something happened at the palace tonight. We have to leave!
You don't need to lie to me anymore.
What do you mean?
I know why you're worried, and I will respect the decision you've made. But it's okay, because I found a solution. I know how to end all this. You can have it back. The normal life you so desire. But until then, I'm afraid our wedding will have to wait.
This? No, don't do it! Cylinders! Cylinders!
I told you, Reverie. Let her go. You will find someone better.
No! No, I won't do it! I have to save her!
By what means exactly? A lowly pawn. You lack the power and the strength of will.
Do you know why? Tell me!
Come to the palace. Join us.
Reverie, thank
Thank goodness we...
Step forth and take your share.
You made it.
Not you too.
Hatred or grief, despair or desire. We all have our own.
Rear.
Flindis?
Were you daydreaming? You still remember, Rear? That question you asked me a couple of weeks ago?
Oh. You mean the proposal?
Yeah. I'm wondering, where do you think would be a good place to discuss it? Maybe in the garden? Or were you thinking a fancy restaurant?
It's your choice. I will find you. And then, you can give me your answer.
So that's how they're... viewing other people in a nutshell. His path... Everyone?
Never! How are you holding up?
She's fine.
Yes. You will have seen the events of Rerir's life through my...
I mostly agree. However, I would not...
Sounds to me like...
That's not what I meant.
Then try to... Now, as for...
Cool!
Patience. You'll hear the whole story, don't you worry. But let's meet up with the other... Yehoda?
Yes, Bob!
That's more like it.
Forgive my curiosity.
It says I gotta do the annoying stuff.
Is that right?
If something is... In any case, there's nothing I Oh no.
Sorry to disturb you, but we seem to have run into some trouble.
Evidently so. Don't worry, I'm not about to leave you.
I'm sorry. What did you hear me say?
Wait, how long have I been...
Not long. You just appeared by the door.
Boss, what's wrong?
We've been tricked. We never left at all.
Hallucinated?
How indeed.
So you control everything in here?
More or less.
Has anything...
Only once.
Is there any similarity between...
I suppose my thoughts are a little...
Is there an...
The first clause...
Meaning
this...
Boss, it's fun...
Oh, listen.
What?
Yes, really. Where would I ever find another employee as obedient?
Well, anyway, I suggest everyone finds someplace comfortable to take a rest. We gotta conserve our energy. Even though all this chess malarkey doesn't exist in a physical sense, mentally speaking, it's all real. And so is our tiredness and fatigue. You don't want to dismiss mental fatigue. Just because it isn't physical doesn't mean it's any less serious. But anyway, I got your backs, so don't worry about a thing.
Don't I have the best employees? Jealous much?
If we can find a suitable time, I'd love to borrow Yehoda for a day to help out at the Frost Moon Scions. Would you be amenable to that, Boss Nefer?
Oh, Lauma. Have I ever told you just how pretty you are? Beauty runs from the tips of your antlers to the depths of your imagination. Time to rally, everyone. Follow me. As we continue our journey, the same rules will apply. That means stay focused and no talking no matter what we encounter. And don't disturb the chess pieces. You have my word that I will... This place looks familiar. That's not a good sign. There's someone up ahead.
I wasn't expecting visitors at this hour. Wait, is that?
Oh, it's him.
There you are! Sinue's been looking for you all day. I think he has some news for you.
Oh yeah? What were you doing just now, Uncle Retinue? Hiding away some more loose change?
What do you mean, loose change?
Hey, kid.
Get in his good books?
I've written a
A new song, huh?
Well, there's plenty of time and I'm not going anywhere. See that pile of stones? I'll be sitting there warming up my vocal cords. Come find me when you're done.
Pile of stones. Got it. Hi, Dad. Uncle Retinue said you were looking for me.
Ah, there's my little princess. If you'd gotten back just a little sooner.
Spoils of war? Who were you fighting against, Dad?
I was talking about our war against thirst. I went out to fix our water supply problem, and now I'm back. Which means...
We have a well again!
That's right. I found a new one and brought back as much...
If it wasn't for these blasted sandstorms, our wells wouldn't be caving in. You would...
As the chief of our tribe, I'm supposed to be leading us out of hardship and poverty. You know how prosperous our ancestors were. But things are looking up.
So you're the Academia's helper now?
Special ambassador, they call it. Think of it, it's nothing bad, okay? We've been isolated here in the...
So, do you get anything good out of being a special?
Of course. My luck's improving all the time.
That's our well, and you... Did you really think you could take our water without permission and get away with it? You're either brave, stupid, and that special... You're a liar and a cheat!
I heard Yehuda gasp, but I don't blame her. Most people are terrified by the sight of blood. Corpses strewn across the ground. The wounds are clearly from scimitars and daggers. The desert dwellers' weapons of choice. There's a handwritten note on the ground. Let's see what...
Halil,
This is I'm writing to you. Praise the God. You told me to. I urgent. This is an emergency.
Looks like this letter never got sent. The writer died. What a
Officer. Well,
I thought you would at least...
This is the finest wine Aru village has to offer.
The Academia has agreed to reserve a single space for a candidate from your village. But I remain skeptical of this entire endeavor. I highly doubt anyone in this desert...
Please, have faith! If not in us, then in our God. The child we found shows great promise. I beg you, take her away from this place. Give her a chance. Don't let her talent go to waste.
I don't recognize her.
She showed up here a few...
So... What?
Nowhere special. Just the one. Correct.
So, no...
Any who have slept...
Oh, get over here. Never.
Emotions are like a raging torrent that surges through the mind. More often than not, if you try to hold them back, you'll be swept away by the...